The neighborhood had always known Mary Whitaker as the quiet old woman who baked pies for the children and watered her roses at dawn. She was 78 and fragile but kind, and her house was a sanctuary of warmth. That night, however, peace was shattered. A police raid, wrong address, bad intel, tore through her door. Mary barely had time to lift her hands when the chaos erupted. Shots rang out. Within seconds, she lay still on the living room floor, her quilt draped across her body as if trying to shield her from what had just happened. The officers realized too late their mistake. But instead of admitting it, they scrambled to cover it up, whispering excuses, fabricating reports. What they didn't know was that Mary had a son. His name was Daniel Whitaker. To the world, Daniel was a ghost. Officially, he didn't exist. Unofficially, he was one of the Delta Force's deadliest operators. A man who had spent his life in the shadows, dismantling terror cells and rescuing hostages in lands most Americans could unfind on a map. His name struck fear into men who had never even seen his face. When the news reached him, Daniel flew home under the cover of night. Standing in his mother's ruined house, he pressed a hand against the blood-stained floorboards. His jaw clenched, not from grief alone, but from the cold, controlled fury of a soldier trained to finish what others began. The police believed they could bury the truth. But Daniel moved differently. Silently, surgically. He tracked each officer involved, uncovering lies, exposing corruption, and dismantling their protection piece by piece. The same skills that once toppled warlords were now focused on one small-town police department. They had taken his mother's life, thinking she was nobody. What they failed to understand was that her son was every nightmare they had ever feared made flesh, and he was coming for them. Coming soon to theaters everywhere. No release date yet.